Hello everyone, this is Qiuvox. In this video I give you the new Magicka Templar for PvE DPS, and the setup itself is quite nice. As usual, that I was testing out some things, and some stuff stays the same as they are, and some things that I actually did changed, and I was testing it out for some time, and I finally summarized the setup and finalized it officially. And I like to move on to show you the setup itself. So if you are ready, click subscribe, thumbs up, and comment below what you will think about it, and enjoy the video. First of all, I like to go into the character and show you the stuff as well in here. And we have 19k max Magicka, 32.7k maximum health, and 1.3k maximum Magicka recovery, 3.5k unbuffed spell damage, 34.9% spell crit, and 8.4k spell penetration on the back bar, by the way. So if we go into the front, we have 4.5k spell damage and 46.9k percent spell crit. As you can see, this is quite huge, and we have 64 into health to get the most out of it. We are using Orzorga Red Frotgar with the Thief Mundus Stone, as well as the Alliance spell damage potions and the spell crit as well. And the last thing, that we are high elf race, just keep in mind. So you may think, why 64 health? Because it is nice and this is necessary for our setup. I will come into it. I actually like to come into it quick. So the reason we have 64 into health is because having maximum magic doesn't impact your damage too much, and it is better to have more health than having more Magicka in this case, because the skills are most of them scales of your highest weapon or spell damage anyways. So for this case we are using Tassian and 64 into health, but of course you can do and use Killed and replace the other part of it with the set that I will show you soon, and vice versa. You can basically do it that way as well. And about the gear, what we are using, so you may see this place is Clockwork City. We are in the Clockwork City, so I was here for some time and I wanted to test it out. The mechanical acuity, we have two daggers on the front, both of them is a Nornhound, so that way we get a more raw spell damage, okay? And one of them is poison, and the back offhand is the flame enchant, as well as 3 jewelry, all of them bloodthirsty and with the spell damage glyph on them. What basically does is kinda tricky though, because they changed the set. Alright, when you deal non-crit damage, you gain a stack of mechanical acuity for 4 seconds, giving you 20% crit strike chance per stack up to once every 1 second, and stacking up to 5 times. When you reach maximum stacks or after the effect ends, this effect cannot proc again for 25 seconds. So it is kinda tricky, alright? You need to keep the buff up, but you shouldn't reach to the max number only when you having a very large group of enemies, and then you should reach the maximum stack of it, and then you just basically nuke the ads and everyone. Okay, so this is the what mechanical acuity does. So this is quite cool, and you can control when to proc it as well. You can stay on the front and proc it, or you can go to the back and spend a couple of seconds and then come back before the buff ends, so that way you can still have the buff up on yourself. So this is quite nice. The second thing is we are using VMA Perfected Inferno stuff with the Infuse and weapon and spell damage glyph on it. As you know, I don't need to go through it, like it is very good. Some people using Reliquan and 200 as well, but I don't like it, and the damage difference is not that high. Like both of the setups are kinda hitting 110k plus right now, so this setup is no different than that. It's the same. For that reason, I just keep the Inferno stuff. This is good for the ads, blah blah. You don't need to one single target, you know, like, except if you are in VSS, then 200 is a choice, could be for very end game guilds, trial guilds. All right, so you are not losing anything by using Inferno stuff and not following the meta, they say, in quote, you know, and it doesn't really matter much. Like Reliquan also single target as well, and we are not using it. The helmet is the light armor. Oh, by the way, all of them we are having 7 light, alright, keep in mind. Helmet is the Slime Crow crit chance we are getting with the Divine trait, and we have maximum health glyph on it, because when the Tessian procs, basically we will drop down to 26, and I just wanted to go safe a little bit, so I put the glyph, health glyph on it, so it is way better right now. The other full set of us is the Bahsei from the Raggrow. Yeah, this is a perfected version of it. All of them divines with the Magicka. All of them is a Magicka. Keep in mind, all of them is a Magicka, all of them divines. Just the helmet has a health glyph. And Bahsei, as long as you're missing Magicka, and you are gonna deal huge damage. So having basically low pool is letting you to reach the cap of the Bahsei very fast, alright? And another reason is that we have Magicka recovery food and maximum health as well. So you don't have any sustain problem with this, keep in mind. So as a Bahsei, we have chest, shoulders, waist, leg, and the feet. So 5 piece here. And we have the Tessian in here. It reduces your max health, just so you know. And that's why we have a large health pool right now. Because it will drop your health down to 26k-ish when you have 50 stacks of it. And you will get 1150, if I'm not wrong. You get 1150 spell damage, which means you are going to delete everyone in your path in the dungeons and everything. Apart from it, as an alternate, okay, you can basically put the gloves of Bahsei and you can wear kilt if you are going to trial or something. So it is that simple. The damage you lose from the Kinras in a trial situation is not that big, okay? Mechanical acuity is good for some specific trials, or like, how to say, Kinras is the best. We all know that Kinras is the best, but Kinras is the not best set that you can wear if you don't have very high-end trial guild. So like, even though you are in a high-end trial guild, you cannot keep up the Kinras up. I mean, I am very good with the Kinras, keeping it up. It never gets closed in the trial or something like that. And but still, it makes me feel I'm doing less damage if I wear something else. So for that reason, that setup, yeah, with the kilt, etc. Of course, if you are gonna use the kilt, you should reduce your health to 23k-ish with the, where is it? With the blue max out max Magicka food, you know? And some cases you should use Ghastly, some cases you should use melon baked parmesan. It completely depends on your trial group. Like, if you are well optimized, yeah, you can use Ghastly. Or if your team doesn't optimize well and you are getting too much Magicka and you cannot use the Bahsi, you should go with max out, max Magicka food, for example. So things like that. And Orzorga will be not the case, will not be the case in the trial. It depends how is your trial going on and what trial you are doing. Like Asylum Art Mode, for example, it's also in Clockwork City, is it? Yeah, it's in here. And yeah, you can think of it like that. So Mechanical Acuity is a very bursty set, like, and this is very good for Asylum Sanctorium +2, for example, or like Cloud Rest, kind of. And yeah, keep in mind, those are the sets and set choices that you can basically do. And about the skills, then after I will go into the champion points. We basically get Aero Passive, Alchemy, blah blah, High Elf, Assault Support if you want, and we are not Vampire. And you need Sigik as well. You get Light Armor Passives, Destruction Ulti, Dual Wield, and Edric Spear Down Sweater and Restoring Light. So our front bar, on the Dual Wield bar, we have Radiant Oppression, Camouflage Hunter, Reflective Light, Purifying Light, and Puncturing Sweep, and Flawless Stunbreaker. So I will also show you the rotation as well, quite fast, by the way. And we have some dots, like here, Reflective Light, Purifying Light, you know, those are the dots. Stunbreaker is a quite nice buff, passive buff. We have at the back bar Channel Acceleration, Blockade for the reason of running stuff, obviously. We have Solar Barrage, Channeled Focus for Sustain. The best AoE in the game is the Blazing Spear, and Destruction Stuff, Ultimate, Fury, Rage. And those are the skills, but you have some flex spots, like, for example, you can replace the Dawnbreaker with the Crescent Sweep, and on the back bar either you can put the Flawless Dawnbreaker, or you can put the Meteor to get more magic, and also you can replace the Reflective Light with, where is it? Oh, sorry, I replaced the wrong skill. Alright, with the Reflective Light you can put the Inner Light in here, and on the back bar you can replace the Solar Barrage with Extended Ritual. It is depending on your content, what you are playing. Like if you are playing 4-man content and you are running 3DD 1 tank, for example, it is good to have Extended Ritual, because the Solar Barrage is an AoE, okay, it empowers your light and heavy attacks by 40%, okay, but it is not a huge deal breaker. So the Solar Barrage in here is basically a flex spot. Yeah, you can even put the, if you want, you can put the Mystic Orb right here, so this will just work fine. Because talking about those flex spots, and you're gonna say, okay, you said a lot of flex spots to replace and all blah blah, okay, but the thing is that you need to know with the Magicka Templar is your main damage skills, right? Your main damage, Blazing Spear, Blockade, and then jab, jab, jab. So this is why Templar is kinda easy to master. Yeah, you just need to learn how to and when to put those skills in which order. Yeah, but the static rotation for this class cannot achieve high numbers, so you need a dynamic rotation. You exactly need to know what to do with the class, yeah, how to play with this, and in what situations you should play, etc. blah blah. So you can like do a lot of things. You can still change like this, for example, you can change those things like that and still hit like a truck. It's still hitting crazy. Or you can even put the Degeneration if you want, or the Fire Rune for an extra dot on the enemy, or if you have morphed Pulsar is also amazing on the back bar. Yeah, it's like crazy, reducing the health of the enemies when it is morphed. I don't have it right now, so I didn't level up yet on this. So there's a lot of choices that you can play around, and all of them is going to work as long as you don't ruin your skill rotation on the dummy or in the dungeon trial, etc. So it will still hit hard. Yeah. Apart from it, also I will show you the rotation as well, and some different rotations too, but let's go into the champion points now. On the green one, everyone asking me, what is that? I'm using Plentiful Harvest, Master Gatherer, Homemaker, and Soul Reservoir right here. And Liquid Efficiency, it is just saving you some money. You can basically see what I did right now from here, what champions I'm using. If you want, you can pause the video and do as it's shown right here according to your champion points, but get those four of them. It's completely personal preference though, just keep in mind. On the blue one, I'm not a fan of Backstabber. I mean, I'm very fine to staying behind the enemy lines or on the side and flanking and all, but I'm using Fighting Finesse nowadays, and I'm very much happy with the damage that it does, and it is still quite huge. And we also have Camo Hunter as well, so keep in mind. And you can still change, you know, like in between. You can use the Backstabber and you can remove the Biting Aura, which increase your AoE attacks by 10%. You can remove the Biting Aura and you can use Backstabber and Fighting Finesse, as long as you are not overcapping, you are not over the cap of your trial setup. So, you know, like Catalyst, Brittle, Warhorns, like Backstabber, Fighting Finesse, Killed, or Nightblade and Templar passives, etc, etc. So, or the dual build, blah blah. So keep in mind, you can do it that way as well. And but I'm using Fighting Finesse, Deadly Aim, Master at Arms, and Biting Aura for that setup, and I'm pretty much happy with this. Also, in the Extended Might, you need to get War Mage on the left and Mighty right here on the right side, because we are basically proccing those with the poison and flame damage on the daggers. Alright, so you get 200 from oh my god, go to CP. You get 200 more weapon and spell damage in here. You can read these. On the red one, we have Siphoning spells. You get 1.5k max magic when you kill the enemy. And Survival Instincts, 25% cost reduction when you have a statue effect on yourself. And it just reduces the cost of the class abilities. Another one, Boundless Vitality, 1.4k maximum health, because why not? And this is very good. And in the Survivor Spite, we have Sustained by Suffering. When you have the effects, negative effect on yourself, you have 150 health, magic, and stam recovery. So this is quite cool. Apart from it, you can get the Sprinter, etc., Hero's Vigor, Shield Master, even if you want Tempered Soul, Piercing Gaze, or through the left, and also through the right for the blocking, blah blah. You can get those, all of them. And those are the champion points for it. And another thing that I should say about the champion points, if you are going into the trial, do with the food things, yeah, but apart from it, you should remove the siphoning spells and use Fortified. Okay, you get 1.7k, 1731 armor from it, so you don't need siphoning spells in the trial. Also keep in mind. Thinking about it, apart from that, I should show you the simple rotation that you can follow up with by being dynamic as well. But the thing is, you will learn your own rotation you know, there's no fixed rotation for the dynamics, and everyone can do, as long as they are doing high damage, everyone can do what they want to do. So here's mine. So considering that kind of skill bar you have on the front, and on the back you have something like that, and I would like to tell you like how to do it basically. So my birds are not stopping. Yeah, they are crying for me to stop talking, I guess. I don't know. And basically you start with the trap. Okay, you just put the potion. Of course, I'm not gonna kill this dummy 50 times to get the Tassian proc and show you the spell damage, but we will get like around how much? 8,000, 9,000 ish spell damage you will get with this setup, and this is crazy. And yeah, so opening the trap and light attack, of course, the blazing spear, channel focus, blockade, and the solar barrage. So when you come to the front, you just put the purifying light, sweep, 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 purifying light back again, just put the dog. And if you watch into it right now, if you look at the numbers of the seconds on my bar, I'm just improvising, yeah? And you come here, the purifying light is gone, you just sweep, 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 and sweep again because you have time. Purifying light, trap on the back, ulti if you have, spear, blockade, solar barrage, come to front, the purifying light is done. 1, 2, 3, 4, one more purifying light, one more sweep, go to back bar again. Now the sweep, spear, solar barrage, you go into the front, put the trap, basically, and if you see, okay, you may not follow up this, what I'm doing, because every time I'm doing different things. Basically, if you're in somewhere and you know that extended ritual and the channel focus is above for yourself only, okay, keep in mind, those should be up the whole time, and you need to place them like, you kill the ads right here and then you move there, you put the channel focus back again here, and then extended ritual as well. So you will get healing and also resistance and sustain. And apart from it, always keep up the barber trap. And when you switch to your back, if you have death royalty, just drop the death royalty when necessary. And then spear, blockade, soul barrage. And then after, when you come into the front, obviously mechanical acuity is going to proc, but when you come into the front, you just keep up the purifying light and then do the sweep damage, yeah, sweep, and then when it run out, you just reapply, go back, put your skills. It doesn't matter if you put 3 skill or 4 skill. So you can basically animation cancel the last one, like by bar swapping. And when you come into the front, like let's say you just sweep, okay, and then you put the purifying light, and right here 1, 2, 3 skill, you go into the front, purifying light still have time, so you have time to sweep as well, okay, and you put the purifying light, you put 3 skill, you come into the front, and you have you can see the purifying light still have the time, but it doesn't anymore. So you need to reapply. You can see it on the enemy bar as well. It's on the top left, 1, 0, it blow up. But on my bar it still says 3, 2, 1. Okay, so don't worry about it. Just keep in mind it just have 6 seconds, and you have time to do 1 or 2 sweep when you come from the back bar to the front. Alright, so it is basically the same. Like let's say you have this, and then you start to sweep, and then you put this on, switch bar, put your ulti, can I? So there is still 1 second, and then now I can 1 sweep and purifying light, keep the sweep, we have time, and now purifying light, trap, blockade, Spear, Solar Barrage, Channeled Focus, and Purifying Light is gone. You reapply, sweep, 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 Purifying Light, switch bar. I'm lagging for some reason. Put your skills. When you come into the front, I had 1 second left, so I can sweep, Purifying Light, and couple sweeps, and then trap, then go to the back bar and reapply the buffs, basically. So the thing is that you should know when to put the trap and when to put the Purifying Light, okay? Before running out Blazing Spear, Solar Barrage, and Elemental Blockade on your back bar. So when you put those on, you can see it on your bar that has a timer, so on the behind the skill. Or like if I put the trap and go to the back bar, I see it above the Solar Barrage skill on the circle. It's like 50% right now, so you can see it like that. And yeah, like you should time your punching sweeps and then Purifying Light and then trap, just do those skills again. And now one sweep we have time, and then sweep again, sweep again, sweep again, and then sweep again, and then Purifying Light again. Go to the back bar, put your skills up, and now the trap is about to done. 2 seconds, just put this and refresh the Purifying Light, and then sweep, 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 Purifying Light again, go to back, put those, and then also do it as well. 1 second left, Purifying Light, you put this on again. Now it is the tricky part, you sweep, sweep. First you put the trap, and now go to the back bar, and then reapply, put the golds, again, sweep, 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 then Purifying Light, go to this, 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 and now the trap is about to down. Put this, one sweep, Purifying Light, and sweep, sweep, sweep. And now put this and reapply those things, basically. So this is how it goes, the rotation. Like I didn't try to do anything, but basically this is it. You approximately have 3 seconds, which is Blazing Spear, Blockade, and Solar Barrage. But you can animation cancel one skill as well as an extra. Yeah. So if you put those 3 damage skills, the 4th skill that you are going to do is just animation cancel Extended Ritual or animation cancel the Channeled Focus. But the tricky part is that, like if you have the trap and the Purifying Light and you put those 3 skills, okay, if 2 of them is going to run out the same time, I mean Purifying Light and trap is going to run out the same time, you don't animation cancel the 4th skill on the back bar. Yeah, you just put the 3 skills, yeah, and then come front, trap, sweep, Purifying Light, basically. But there's no static rotation, so you need to look into the timers. I hope I explained myself quite well right now. And yeah, like you need to look into the timers and apply the damage over times without letting them expire or all of them expire. Like you cannot put those 3 skills, 3 damage skills, yeah, and completely run out. Then you go to the back and try to put this on. Yeah, don't do it. Because, how to say, like you put Blazing Spear, Blockade, and Solar Barrage, so the Solar Barrage is the last one, yeah? So you need to time yourself on the front bar for the Solar Barrage. Just before the Solar Barrage ends, you should have done the sweep, 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 trap if needed, and then Purifying Light. And while Solar Barrage is running out, or the last 3rd skill, last 3rd damage skill was about to run out, you should come into the back. You must apply the 1st skill that you used 1 rotation before the Solar Barrage disappears. Yeah. So it is kind of tricky to do it this way, but if you do it this way, you hit 110k-ish thing. I have DPS test videos in the channel, so you can also look that up as well. And yeah, I have lag right now. When I switch bar, the game freezes, as you can see. But yeah. In the execute phase, let's say the boss is 20%, yeah, and you don't Radiant Operation from 25 to 0. So from 25 to 20, what you do is like kinda same, yeah, kinda same. And at 20%, when you reach 20%, you drop the Purifying Light from your rotation. Okay, so locate, spear, this, trap, and then you also drop the sweep and you start to execute, basically. And then you just do 3 times, go back, 1, 2, 3 skill, and trap if need, and then 3 Radiant Operation again. And well, since I'm doing it this way anyways, we are just melting down a little bit. So it is 20%, yeah. At this point, you did put the Blazing Spear, blockade, trap, and then 4 times Radiant Operation, yeah. 3, and then 4, just blockade, run out right now, go to back, this, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, I'm lagging, but it doesn't matter right now, so, yeah. From this point, this is the only thing that you need to do, basically, and if you don't have Destruction ulti, you should drop the Dawnbreaker as well, and just damage into it again. Long story short, the first skill that you are going to drop from 25 to 20 is the Purifying Light. 20 to 15, Solar Barrage, yeah. From 15, you just use Blazing Spear, Blockade, Radiant Operation, and also Trap when needed, and Flawless Dawnbreaker. And this is hitting like a truck, yeah. Also, the mechanical acuity is up right now, so it is kind of hitting quite fine, even without proportion, etc. But yeah, you get my point, basically. Yeah, can you die right now? Yeah. This is the rotation. It is hard to understand what to do with the setup and all. Yeah. You can play around, you can remove the Solar Barrage, you can put the Mystic Orb. I already set the alternates for it. So you can play around as long as you are not losing any buff from anything. So this is quite nice and hitting crazy. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give thumbs up, subscribe for more videos like this, and comment below what you think about it as well, and stay in touch because I have a lot of videos that is coming on the way, and I'm kind of working for some other classes like Necro, Dragon Knight, Sorc, Nightblade, Wardens, blah blah, and also there's another setups for Magicka Templars too, with the daggers, with the Inferno staffs on the front as well, 200, Reliquan, etc. I may do it them as well, so I'm not sure about it yet. Also, apart from it, there will be a tank and healer setups too. So let's talk and see you guys on the next video. Have fun. I hope you like it and take care of yourself. Bye bye.